Hi, everybody. This is Mike, and today we're going to cover the first position report of the 2025 crop year. It's kind of hard to know where to start in this. There's a lot to cover. I think we could maybe start on the first page. So the first page of the August position report was really a redetermination or a recalculation of 24 crop ending inventory. So as of the July position report, the Alma board had posted an expected carry out of about 514 million pounds. That was assuming basically a 2% loss in exempt. They readjusted it to what the actual was, which was 3.14. That basically gave us 487 million pounds as of August 1st. Then they went through and surveyed some other handlers, or about enough handlers to represent close to 60% of the ending inventory reports, and they came up with about 447 million edible pounds at the end of July 31st. So I think what they're trying to do is give the market or the industry a more representative view of what is marketable at the end of the 24 crop. So if we just use the 484 odd million pound number, that's about 18 million pounds less than the carry into the 24 crop, the 23 carry out into 24. So the industry has started the 25 crop off in a materially better position, just given the carry in numbers. I think one of the other very important points on this is the sales that were made in the month of August. The general industry expected sales to be rather low just because of California's posture, as well as what people had been feeling in the market or business that had been concluded. So the general consensus was in the 100 million pound range for sales made in the month of August. I think most people have been surprised to see just north of 184 million pounds of sales were made in the month. So that is a very positive data point in this position report. Shipments for the month were down about 6%. The U.S. domestic market was down 22% for the month. So that's quite a long track record now of double-digit decline on the domestic market. And we'll continue to see what happens there. The export markets put up an increase of about 3% for the month of August. I think one of the key points to highlight there will be India. India took about 41% less volume in the month of August compared to last year, and well below, I think, general industry expectations for August shipments. From what we can tell, India may be one of the more uncovered markets that California sells to. When the objective estimate of 3 billion pounds came out, it really kind of psychologically, I think, froze most people across all destinations that we sell to, India being one of those. From what we can tell, we believe that in-shell production so far at this time of the year is down pretty significantly to this time last year, and maybe is some of the lowest in-shell meat pounds hullers have produced since the 2021 crop year. So I think it would be very interesting to see the in-shell dynamic play out in the future. I think transitioning away from this position report, maybe we could talk a little bit about what we have observed thus far on the 25 crop receipts, at least from a huller level. As of this morning, we've received about 89% of last year's nonpareil field weight. Turnouts, from what we can tell, have posted probably the worst performance on record for nonpareil, basically across any county throughout the state of California. So, in our area, we're predominantly Madera, a little bit of Fresno County, and Merced. We are down 19% on a meat pound basis compared to the same fields last year at this time. So with an objective estimate of 3 billion pounds, I think we can all now pretty confidently say that's not going to be the case. I think now a decent betting line is maybe over or under the 24 crop size, which was 2.71 billion pounds. I think you would not be hard pressed to find people that would probably take under 2.6 billion pounds at this moment in time. Some initial trends that we're seeing on the Monterey this morning. As of this morning, we'd received about 6% of last year's Monterey field weight. So far, on a field weight basis, we are down 16% on a field-to-field comparison. On the fields that we have ran through the huller, which are relatively low for this time, we are down about 25%. Those trends could change pretty dramatically going forward as some of the better Monterey orchards come in. But the Monterey is basically holding the same trend or starting the trend very similar to how our Nonpareil started to come in. Turnouts on our Montereys are very similar to the decrease in turnout on the Nonpareil. So I think the industry is still in flux to some degree about whether or not buyers believe the data that is coming out of California. My only advice would be really to follow the money. Whether or not California is aggressively offering or not, I would err on the side that you're probably not seeing many offers coming out of California at the moment. Just because I think this crop is going potentially from a crop that is down to potentially a disaster crop in some pocketed areas. There are definitely counties in California that are up. Kern, Tulare, and Kings County sound like they're having a good crop. But all of the larger counties, especially Fresno County, do not seem to be putting on a very good performance thus far on what they've received. As the market continues to develop, as we continue to get additional 25 crop data from our huller, we will continue to keep you advised. Thank you. This has been Mike.